Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Laurie here.
Real estate. Should you buy a home now or should you wait?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Is it a bubble now and should you wait? The question is, and this is what I'm being asked a lot, should I buy a home now or should I wait? It is definitely, there's a bubble going on here and it doesn't look like it's going to burst. And so we're at very high of the market. You'll have to make the determination if you think that buying now is a good time. Think back when we had the housing boom in the United States and the properties originally were selling for $200,000 and then they were going up to, let's say, almost $400,000. Let's say around Las Vegas and New Mexico and Arizona. And then they went up to maybe even $600,000 or $700,000, and everybody was in a frantic, and everybody kept buying it as it kept going up, and then bang, there was a down, and there's going to be a bubble here that's going to burst. And do you wait? You've got to figure that out if you think that you're better off waiting. And then, of course, it depends on your timeline, how long, that you will be here, when you will be here, and will you want to make the buy now, or do you want to wait? When I say a bubble and everything is going up, it is amazing. Now this is Mexico prices, this is here. So a home that used to be $150,000 now may be selling as high as $300,000. Homes that are selling prior to that on the higher level of a home, let's say a $350,000 home, 2 years ago, may be selling for $600,000 or $700,000. Depends on the neighborhood and the development that you would be in. So there is that situation that's happening here. On the higher end, things are going up. I want to talk a little bit about rentals and the approach you want to go on, checking out rentals down here. A lot of people have a misconception. I get on my phone consultation, I will get people who will ask me, that they're afraid, or should they tell the rental agency how much they want, to spend. And they're sort of thinking that if I tell them I have $700 a month I'm going to spend on rental, the rental agent may find a place that's typically would rent for $300 and try to get me to rent it for $700, and they'd be ripped off. That's not the way it works down here. Rental agents are going to have inventory on their computer, on their website, and it's going to be the price what it's going to be. So if you go into a real estate office, a rental agency, and you tell them, let's say you do have $700 a month you want to pay for rent, and you say, oh, I only want to spend $4 because you don't want to get ripped off. Well, then they're going to look through their inventory and they're going to say, I don't have anything for $4. So what my recommendation is, you go in and, again, let's say you have $700. You go in and you say, I have for rent, I have about $600 to $800. Then that way they can show you properties at those level. But if you go in too low, they're not going to show you anything. You go and be realistic with it. The other thing that's important, I'm talking about rental agencies that literally have an office. They're maybe part of a real estate company. They're a reputable, company. They have a website and everything else. Don't get scammed by somebody that's trying to sell you something on Facebook or something like that. And they tell you they got this great deal. You've been checking it out. You know that they're offering this property that's way cheaper than what you've been noticing on the different websites. And then the person says, okay, well, I'm up north. I can't show you the property. But if you, make a deposit today, then I will give you that price. Let's do a deal right now. Don't do that. Those are scams. So don't feel like you're going to be paying more by using a rental agency. You're not really going to be paid any more. In a lot of ways, it's better to use them because they're going to give you a clean contract in English. They're going to be able to find, let's say, maintenance people if something breaks in the house. And if you have to be responsible for finding a repair person, very difficult down here. So my little note about rentals and what to expect and what not to do.
Today on our morning walk, I'm going to give you an idea what Ajijic looks like and give you a different perspective. I did a relocation with a couple guys down here, Steve and John, and they said, it's a different perspective when you're looking at videos versus if you're driving around and seeing the neighborhoods directly to yourself. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll create this rental video, but I'll show you the neighborhoods, and this way you'll get a better understanding and feeling of Ajijic and seeing the neighborhoods and what it looks like from the ground level. I think this will really give you a better idea. And the concept, do you want to live in Mexico? Are there neighborhoods that you expected? Hey, give me input. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me if these are neighborhoods that you thought would be typical of Mexico. When we are traveling, I'm always looking for somebody that lives in the country, and I'd like information from them. You can book a phone consultation with me. And also, when I'm traveling, we like to have somebody that we can contact in that country and take us around and show us the area, show us the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, this is another service that we offer. So at the end of the video, you'll see a little clip that'll come up. It'll say book now. Touch on it, and you'll go to a booking site. Let's take a walk through the neighborhood. This would be typically the type of a neighborhood. And so I want you just to notice, what's around, narrow streets. A lot of people park on the street because they don't have garages. And that's an important thing. If you need a garage, make sure you do ask, the real estate agent, do they have a garage? Like this one here on the right has a garage area or a place to pull their car off. But you'll see it's cobblestone streets. And so this is typical of what you can be expecting. Well, how about subscribing? It just takes a few seconds to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That would help me out a lot. Hey, let's continue. Let's take a little walk here. And we're going to take a look at what Ajijic looks like at the type of a neighborhood. These streets like this, there's probably within Ajijic, they're probably about 80% of the streets are going to be like this here. And also the neighborhoods are going to be similar to this. So this is what you can expect in Ajijic. Now you'll notice a lot of times like the people leave out their trash and then the trash trucks come along and pick it up. But they don't have trash cans that they leave out. They typically leave out bags, so the trash companies pick them up like that. But this would be a typical neighborhood to give you an idea of what you can expect. Every Friday at 5 p.m. California time, a new video, and it is free. Hey, how would you like to book an appointment? You see the box on the left that says book now? Click on it and it'll send you over to a booking site. Hey, thank you for visiting our channel. See you next week.